My name's Alex. I'm an associate consultant for Focus Education. It's developing all the time. Some of these things a year ago didn't exist and they're now on there. So we've got a whole PSHE curriculum that comes free if you sign up to the Learning Challenge curriculum. It's called Let's Talk, and it tries to focus on issues that children are experiencing, whether it's linking to social media, whether it's linking to relationships with others, thinking about themselves, thinking about the school community, thinking about the wider community and all of that sort of thing. We've also just recently added full units of design technology learning to enhance what was there already. So we had an overview of sort of unit overviews, and these have been turned into units of learning just like the history, geography and science have. And we intend to do the same with art. Currently, the art overview is very good, but what we'd like to do is develop that a bit further so that actually there are specific lessons and specific components and things like that that teachers have a bit more that they can dig into, but that is in the pipeline as well. Some of the other things that we've developed as well, the disciplinary knowledge progressions for children in history, geography and science are now available through the Learning Challenge website, free to subscribers. And what that does is, rather than expecting children to understand the progression that we give to teachers, which you wouldn't do, we've tried to set that disciplinary knowledge out really clearly for individual year groups, for the children in child speak, so that actually they understand very clearly on a one-page overview exactly what they need to do to be a historian in year 1 or year 4 or year 6. We've also developed other resources such as year group timelines and year group maps, which if you want to find out more about those, please feel free to get in touch. But each year group has a specific timeline or map that supports children with developing their chronological understanding and developing their locational knowledge. And this builds on year and year so that actually we're building those frameworks. And it's another form of how progression is subtly built into the Learning Challenge curriculum on top of the really obvious progression documents that I've shown you. And then finally, something that I'm slowly developing to be a part of the Learning Challenge curriculum. There are 3 or 4 available at the moment, is History Bites. They are supposed to be they have multi-uses. So one of them is to develop teachers' subject knowledge around the units of learning, but also they're usable for the children. So if you download them, put them on your 30 laptops or 30 iPads or whatever it is, the children can actually use them for research purposes and develop their knowledge around those units of learning even more effectively. So that brings us nicely to the end point, really. All resources are available online, which means they're downloadable, they're editable, and you can utilize them how you wish. The whole point for us is that we're providing you with something that's a great starting point and does the job, but enables you to develop it further in terms of your context and the children that you teach. And then any updates that happen to the Learning Challenge curriculum while you are a subscriber, they're included as they become available. But while you're subscribed, anything that gets uploaded is yours to take away. And then just to kind of end with a partnership that we've been working on over the last sort of 6 to 12 months. If you use Insight as your tracking system, then the Learning Challenge curriculum's objectives, as it were, the substantive knowledge progression, the disciplinary knowledge progression, Insight have taken those. And if you are a subscriber to them and you subscribe to the Learning Challenge curriculum, you can get in touch with them and say, look, we're using the Learning Challenge curriculum. Can we have access to those curriculum objectives? Because they're very adaptable. They can, you can change all sorts on Insight as a tracking system. And they will confirm with us that you're a subscriber and they will make those available to you. So in terms of developing your teacher assessment around whether it's history, geography, science, whatever it is that you're using the Learning Challenge curriculum for, you will have access to those statements and be able to use them as soon as they make them available to you after confirming with us that you're a subscriber. And that will make things kind of all tied together really nicely from teaching to assessment. If you do have any further questions, you can look on the website. There are some FAQs, answers to those. You can make contact with Focus via Twitter. I'm on Twitter, or X as it's called now. We're also on other platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn and places like that. And I highly recommend that you check out the website if you haven't done already. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon.